So yeah, this will be the final one for the night. I guess maybe I don't know. We'll see. So back on the topic of the last video, basically, I ended up not being talked to for months by my mom. Then she asked me to let my sister stay with me, but my lease is too strict. So then she got mad at me and all that jazz, and so yeah, no. And no one talked to me for months. Then she showed up at my house and gained entry once. The next time I had the kids meet her outside. Then after that, I opened the window instead of the door to talk to her, and basically she was just talking about how she hasn't seen the kids or whatever, and I was like, you can't talk to me for months and not, you know, like, you can't not talk to me for months and then just show up at my house. It doesn't work like that. I'm busy, I'm doing work, and I'm trying to hurry up so I can get back to what I was doing. And she's like, oh, and thanks for opening the window, by the way. Like, yes, if I do not expect visitors, I open the window instead of the door because it's like right next to the damn door. I'm not about to fucking open the door for people that I don't want in my house. You don't gain entry in my house if you can't respect the boundary of letting me know first. And mind you, yes, my phone was off, but they have Facebook. They can use it. And then next, it ended up being my sister, where she showed up at my door like some months later. Because mind you, my mom showed up after my birthday. Nobody said happy birthday to me or for my child, but they can show up and just try to pop in. It's not about the children. It's not. Because if it was about the children, you would have maintained a consistent relationship from the beginning so that, you know, they would remember who the hell you are in the first place. Moving on. Next, it ended up being my sister. She popped in, showed up at my door, and same thing. You're not coming in if you're just gonna pop up without sending me a message. And she's like, I did send you a message, which she didn't. No, because I got absolutely nothing. I checked. And then all of a sudden it works after she leaves so that she can send me a message saying that she's coming the next day. No, I am still busy. You can't determine my fucking schedule. And after I said that, she was just like, well, you're just gonna end up like, and then she mentions her ex's baby mama, who supposedly ended up having a bunch of other baby daddies, and her child supposedly neglected. This was all secondhand shit. I don't fucking know what the actual deal is because everybody has a different side. Just like nobody really knows the actual deal of my fucking story because nobody knows the other sides. But I'm not going to sit here and try to overly explain all the times where I went bad because it's just going to seem false anyway. So you can believe whatever the fuck you want. This is my story, my version, and yes, I'm only telling the bad parts because that's the only parts I was never allowed to speak. And so I just decided that, you know, that was the end. Because after she compared me to her, I was just like, I'm done. So I guess they think I'm dating somebody that might freaking abuse my children or get me pregnant and make me have more babies than whatever the case is. Make me have more babies just to abandon me and then I can jump into another relationship and have more babies. No, I learned my lesson. I got 2 from the same person, mind you. Anyways, so yeah. That's my no contact journey. It was not intentional necessarily to go no contact. At least not entirely. I meant to just really just go low contact so that I could recharge. I needed to put me first because I am so fucking drained. Now, mind you, me taking care of two toddlers by myself with no other help is less draining than it was dealing with everything that I just put in those stories. I would literally rather take every soul on this earth, all the pain that they have ever experienced their entire life, than to ever go back to any of these people. Any of them. I would rather feel all of their pain in my body, of every fucking soul on this earth, than go back to these people. Because I was ripped apart down to my very being, to whatever the fundamental creational material is. And I was so drained. I could have laid out on the floor and just been like, okay, I'm done. And the shit would have fucking ended. Curtain. That's what it would have been. That's how fucking exhausted I was. I didn't think I was gonna get out. I didn't even have the strength to crawl, and yet I was still standing. And so, yeah, after she sent me that message, I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm not gonna do that. And it breaks the entirety of my heart because it feels like I'm abandoning my child. But I have children. I have my own children. I can't put my mother's children above my own children. I can't give to them when I don't even have it. Like, I would rather give more to my own children than to give to them because they are grown. I have my own, and I want to be able to give them everything that I have to spare so that the rest of it can go to me. I'm not giving to anybody else anymore. I'm done with that. I gotta figure out my own shit. I would rather have to fucking suffer alone than ever go back to any of that mess because I don't like the way it feels. I don't like how the words that they say don't match up to their actions, and I don't like how I keep getting in these positions where I'm putting myself in these fucking positions where I have to try to trick them into saying what it is that they really feel so that it comes out of their mouth, so that I don't have to sit here and feel differently inside my body than what they're telling me with their fucking words or their actions, and then gaslighting me about it. I don't like that. I like direct fucking communication. And if I can't have that, I don't want to deal with you. And if I don't feel like you love me, whether you do or you don't, I have every right to remove you from my life. I am tired of feeling like my life doesn't fucking belong to me. And so, as of like then, after that message, I just decided no. And then she did message me again and then tried to use my nephew as a reason to, have me bring the kids out with them or whatever, but I just can't anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't give to these people anymore. I can't interact with them anymore because I don't feel anything. I don't hate my siblings because I understand. They went through hell just like I did. But like I was at the point where like I still hated my mother, and I might still do on some level. And honestly, I think forgiveness is fucking overrated because you can't forgive somebody when you've never even been allowed to be angry at them. When you've never even been allowed to say anything that they've ever done. So, yeah. That's what I was freaking working through. And I was like, I don't want to hate these people anymore. So the best way for me not to hate them is to just keep distance between me and them so that I can just work through whatever the issue that I'm having is. And this is why I'm putting everything right here so that I don't have to fucking deal with the shame of them potentially just deciding to write a whole book on everything that I've ever done and putting it out there and constantly thinking that I can't, be anybody of any sort of anything without them ready and waiting with the shame book Oh, look at all the mistakes that you made. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So that's the end of